Oh my God, guys, hi. Have not talked to you in forever. So we are back. We're back. We had a week with Dad. That's kind of where we left off. I had full transparency. I had all these ideas of like things I can do. Also, I'm sorry, Queenie's begging for attention. She's right here. And I have Harvey on this side. And it's only fitting on Mother's Day that I'm just surrounded by my fur babies. Anyway, so Dad was here. I had all these ideas of like different vlogs I was gonna do. I was gonna do that Sunday like Q&A. None of it happened. I literally don't have anything filmed for my YouTube channel from my time with Dad. Because once he actually got here and we were just like, getting into our groove, getting into our thing, whoa, I did not want to pick up my phone and film. I just wanted to be like, I just wanted to be fully transparent or fully present, like with my dad when he was here. So that was like my goal. And I just did not. This is going to piss me off. Why get a tripod if the shit just sucks? You guys are gonna work this. You're gonna work through this with me. Because what the fuck is this? I'm trying to be all low, and then there's my hand. Good start. We're on a really good start. Stay? Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to be fully present with my dad when he was here. I did not want to pick up my phone and film. I like barely made any TikToks because when we were together, I just wanted to spend that time together. But when he was here, honestly, it was awesome. We enjoyed. I had like quite a few glasses of wine over the course of a week. We tried like all sorts of different food. We had like seafood one night, and then we got Mexican food one night. That was my idea. I wanted the steak fajitas and crushed it, like smashed all of it. My dad and I left no leftovers. Then we did like some homemade meals. We did like a homemade steak dinner night and all this stuff. But it was so nice. So it was so fun. But it also felt really good to just have him here and like feel the support. And he was like, it was really nice. I finally got to see like what you do. Cause like I had like client check-ins and client calls and all this stuff while he was here. He was like, that was really cool. Like he liked to see that process. Cause he knows what I do, but he doesn't really understand because like my dad's 70, so we got to also do a late birthday celebration. But he's 70. He doesn't really get the whole like online stuff and like how it all works. So that was nice and cool to talk to him about that stuff. So it was just good. Definitely sad. Friday I got pretty sad. But I count myself super busy Friday and Saturday, so I couldn't really like be sad for very long. And today I feel good. It's always by the third day I'm like, okay, I'm like finding like somewhat back of a routine. And it just so happens that I always have like client check-ins on the weekends, so we were busy anyway. But no, so the time with Dad was great. I'm excited. I'm gonna be going home in July and staying with them for a week, and then staying in my brother's apartment because one of my clients is gonna be competing in Chicago. So I'm gonna be home and just make it like a home trip, see them. So it'll be like 2 months until I see my parents again, but it's good. Good to get back to the routine. And then while he was here though, like you guys know, I've just been on this huge, like my own like health and wellness journey, like my growth with intention. And something I've felt really recently, I've talked about it on a few of my TikToks. I have not wanted to go to the gym like at all. And that is so not like me. In like the last 15 years, I always wanted to go. There was never a part of me that like was not excited to go. I remember driving through snowstorms where the roads were not cleared just to go to the gym when I lived in Illinois. Like, there's just never been a time. And even in prep, when people are like, oh, I don't want to go, I'm so low. No, even on my like lowest days, I was still excited to go train. So the past, I would say 2.5 weeks, which I was like a week and a half into this whole like growth, whatever, I've just felt like super burned out of like just training. I've still showed up and I've still had great sessions. I've never regretted a session, and I've left feeling really accomplished and good and continued to push myself. Once I got there, I was fine. Like there was a couple days where I got there and I was like, I'm just doing cardio, and I only did cardio. But that was also me listening to my body because it was sore as shit. But I was like reflecting and I was like, okay, I want to be growing with intention, right? Like I want to be growing not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I want this to be like a whole embodied growth, right? And I was like, what is like my current, and I was just asking myself internally, what is my current like training doing for me? Like, what is getting me to the gym besides, like, I want to feel good and exercise does make me happy, the endorphins, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I don't really have anything right now that's, like, getting me there, though, besides just my discipline and my consistency. And even though I haven't been competing in bodybuilding for, like, a decent bit of time, I think I still over the course of this last year was, like, playing around with the idea. And now, like, 2026, I for sure said absolutely not. So I think that's why now I'm just, like, in this burnout. And it's like, I realized I need something to, like, strive for still. Like, I love lifting so much, and maybe I need a break too from that, but I want to just switch up my training. So I was telling my dad this. I was like, I'm just feeling super burnt out. Like, I've had a really hard time getting myself to the gym. And he was like, why don't you just take a day away from all of it? And I was like, well, it's hard because I do feel like with my job, my career, like, I need to be showing up for myself so I can show up for my clients. And, like, he was like, I get that. But, like, taking a step back from that and just whatever else. And I was like, no, you're right. And then I was just watching, like, different videos and whatever else. And I ran all my life. Like, since I was little, I used to just run for fun. We had a trail. There was like a 2-point-something mile trail that would go around this little pond lake at my hometown, and I used to just, like, run it for fun. I ran track in middle school, high school, and ran in college. Ran a little bit after college, and then once I got into bodybuilding, I really didn't run anymore. Broke my ankle, really didn't run anymore. But before that, I actually ran 2, 3, 5Ks in between there and had really, like, a good time doing it. It was just for fun, and it was fun. And I told him, I was like, I just feel like I need a change. Like, I need to be, like, striving for something, whatever else. And I looked at him and I was like, I've been playing around with the idea of getting back into running. Like, still really caring about, like, my fitness and pushing myself. And, like, but I'm still prioritizing my lifting 100%. I will still be lifting anywhere from 4 to 6 days a week. You need, even if you go full blast runner, you still have to strength train. Strength training is so important. But my strength training, I want to reflect and be, like, geared towards a goal. And then, so I told him, I was like, I think I want to get back into running. And, like, I was always doing, like, mid-distance or sprinting. And I was like, obviously this would be different. I would be doing distance, like, seeing, like, a half marathon or a marathon. Like, that is what I'm thinking. Like, I was just telling him. And so he helped me get new running shoes. So I got new running shoes. I've actually been on 3 runs so far. I'm filming this on Sunday. So I went Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw my stories. So I ran Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It felt really good because I've stayed up on my cardio. So my cardiovascular health is still really high. So, like, I didn't have any, like, wheezing. I didn't get any, like, lung cramps, thank God. But I didn't have it. Like, the runs felt super smooth. The only thing, so Thursday run felt phenomenal. Friday run, my ankle was, like, sore, and in the morning, like, to get it, like, moving was tough. But once I got it moving and after I walked the dogs, felt really good, and the run really didn't feel bad once I got moving. Saturday, yesterday, I wanted to do 6 miles. And I finished mile 5, and, like, I was like 5.05. I was like, Abby, you know that if you go this way, it takes you straight back to your house, but that will finish the 6. And I took a few more steps, and my ankle, guys, was on fucking fire. Like, not where the screws are where I was anticipating any pain. No, where, like, my bones were broken when I shattered my ankle. That's where my pain is, like, right on my fibula. And there's a little bruising, but I know it's not broken or anything. I think it's just, like, has a contusion, because obviously running is a way different pressure on my foot and my ankle and all of that stuff that's been repaired compared to doing the Stairmaster or walking or lifting. So I knew there was going to be some soreness, and I'm just battling through that. But today I wanted to try to run again. Walked the dogs this morning. I was like, not going to be smart. So I just did the Stairmaster and then some light, like, mobility and stretching. So that's what I did today. I'm going to get back into running tomorrow. But my goal is, as long as, like, this ankle continues to progress and goes well, and, like, this sort of thing doesn't just continue happening. If this continues happening, I'm going to be capping my runs at, like, I don't know, wherever I would have to. I don't know what that is yet, but I don't want to have to do that. So I'm really going to start doing, like, more PT stuff on my ankle, like, in my off times, because, again, I want to be able to do this. I want to be striving for something. And this is what I've decided I'm going to strive for. And if it goes well, disclaimer, if you've watched this long, I will be signing up to run the Chicago Marathon in October, as long as this goes well. I'm going to try to run my first marathon this year. So that is what I've like decided. So I'm still going to be like growing with intention, and I really got to stay on my fueling, because if I want to pick up this running and obviously stay on top of my lifts and everything else and life shit running around like crazy as normal, I've definitely got to stay on top of that. So I redid kind of like my meal plan. I went and redid all my training to make sure my lifts are reflecting my running, and making sure I'm not running like too much off the bat. So making sure that I have days off in these first like weeks or whatever of running, and doing a different form of cross training of cardio, because definitely with the ankle, I know like after the past 3 days I've got to ease into it, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited. My dad was actually super like proud of me for wanting to start running again, because I always did love to run when I was younger. It was one of the ways I would get my anger out, as I would go for a run. I do remember in COVID, I think it was COVID, around the time of COVID, I remember getting so fucking mad at my job. I literally texted my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, I'm going for a run. And he was like, are you okay? Because I didn't run at that point. I did not run. And I was like, no, I'm so fucking mad. But I was crying too hard because of how mad I was, that I was like, I'm not going to the gym looking like this. I wanted to lift, but I was like, I literally couldn't pull myself together. And I was like, I'm going to go for a run, because even if I'm crying, I'm just like zooming past people, right? I ended up, and I was like, I'll text you when I'm done. And he knew I hadn't run in a while. Like, I'd only been lifting, doing like stairs for like 20 minutes. Maybe my cardio was shit. Guys, I went out and ran 7 miles straight without stopping. Just fucking went. When I finished, because I didn't even check my phone when I finished, I had like 5 texts from him. Are you okay? Do I need to come get you? Where are you? And I finally texted him, oh, I just finished. And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, I just ran 7 miles. I was so mad, but I felt great afterwards. So that's the backstory of running. But anyway, that is our new kind of trajectory, and I will be talking about this on my TikTok at some point, but you guys are actually going to be the first to see it. So marathon training, I will be bringing you along like to my runs, and I'm still not going to be a filmer in the gym, but I might just take you there and like show you a couple exercises, but I'm still not probably going to film all my sessions yet. It's just my me time, guys. Okay, it's my me time. Anyway, I'm going to be taking you through all my running stuff though. But that is what is upcoming. Okay, so stay tuned for the next like vlog. I might do a more of a what I eat in the day, like when I'm getting on like one of my run days, to maybe see like if I'm eating more. If you guys notice I'm eating more. Anyway. Welcome back.